The Iranian embassy in London was stormed by protesters recently. 4 men were arrested by UK police suspected of criminal damage and being unlawfully on diplomatic premises. A UK police spokesperson said all 4 people have been taken to a central London police station. They remain there in custody. A Persian language broadcaster reported that the demonstrators raised a pro-Shirazi flag. The 4 men were protesting the Iranian authorities' arrest of a religious leader in Qom. Shirazi and his followers are opposed to the theory of Wilayat al-Faqih, the concept espoused by Iran's late supreme leader Khamenei, which allows religious heads to usurp political control. Bahram Hassami, Iran's foreign ministry spokesman, said Tehran made a strong protest to the British government regarding the incident. Iranian Deputy Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi demanded of the British envoy in Tehran absolute protection of our diplomats in London and immediate action against attackers by the British police. Hamid Baidinejad, Iran's ambassador in London, protested that the rioters had been carrying sticks and knives. Iran's state news agency IRNA, in reporting the London demonstration, claimed these are followers of Ayatollah Shirazi, and they said it was a terrorist act. Ayatollah al-Shirazi's spokesman Qasim al-Fad declared the protest independent of Shirazi. He confirmed they do not have any organizational links with Shirazi and his representatives. Responses from Iranians in Iraqi cities will continue in the coming days. Grand Ayatollah Sadegh Shirazi originates from the Iraqi holy city of Karbala. His brother and another relative led the 1952-53 revolution against the Riza Pahlavi. After studying and leading Shiite seminaries in Najaf and Qom, Shirazi now lives in Iran and teaches seminaries in Qom and Shiraz. He is acknowledged as a senior Marja al-Taqlid, a source of emulation, and is a senior cleric with the authority to issue fatwas, religious decrees on issues of Islamic jurisprudence. 76-year-old Grand Ayatollah Sadegh Shirazi succeeded his brother Grand Ayatollah Muhammad al-Shirazi as senior Marja in 2002. Many Shirazi clerical scholars, including Hassan and Hussein Khamenei, grandsons of Islamic Republic founder, are opposed to Ayatollah Ruhollah Khamenei's Wilayat al-Faqih interpretation, which his successor Ayatollah Ali Khamenei continues to apply. The Shirazi's alternative concept of Wilayat al-Faqih accepts that a group of clerics ruling the country would be acceptable. They believe this would lead to more democratic outcomes. The Shirazis are also at odds with the traditionalist religious ideology that follows the Najaf principles, such as the Najaf-based Marja'iyya, the Shi'i religious establishment represented by Grand Ayatollah Ali Sistani. The conservative Marja'iyya is entrenched in the Shi'i sect's tradition of avoidance of powerful rulers. It opposes direct engagement in politics because Orthodox Shiite doctrine believes the supreme political authority on earth after the death of Prophet Muhammad rests with the infallible Imam. Followers of Twelver Islam hold that the only legitimate states are those ruled by the 12th Imam, the Mahdi, or the hidden Imam. They regard him as infallible and the rightful successor to the Prophet Muhammad. They believe that their 12th Imam will return one day to pass final judgment on humanity. The Shirazi movement, al-Shiraziyya, was formed in the late 1960s by Marja Muhammad Mahdi al-Shirazi. It was initially based in the Shi'i holy city of Karbala in Iraq. The philosophical political head was Muhammad Taqi Mudarrisi, al-Shirazi's nephew. He was chosen by his uncle to run the group which established the Risaliyun preachers in 1968. Its target was to organize religious workshops for a number of young Shi'is and to train them as militant clerics. Following the Khamenei-led Islamic Revolution success in 1979 and Iraq's hostility to the Risaliyun group, many of the members fled to Iran and changed their name to Al-Amal al-Islami, Islamic Action. The group campaigned for the Islamic Revolution in the Arab Gulf states, especially in Kuwait and Lebanon, aiming to spread Khamenei's revolution using their ordered and disciplined missionary network. Ahmad al-Khatib, a member of Shiraziyya, said members of the group had supported Khamenei's version of Wilayat al-Faqih, but became disillusioned with Khamenei's dictatorship ambitions. Al-Khatib objected to Khamenei and his Wali al-Faqih, the guardian jurist, because it placed him above the law, and he claimed his authority was also above the Iranian constitution. Shirazia appears to have failed in Kuwait, Bahrain, and especially in post-US invasion Iraq. In 2010 elections, they didn't win any parliamentary seats. It's suggested that this is because Iraqis shun any form of Wilayat al-Faqih, preferring a more traditional, quietist, reflective form of Islam, where religion is a philosophical pursuit rather than a political one. However, the recent arrests of Ayatollah Hussein al-Shirazi shows that despite a poor election, there are still large numbers of Shirazia followers in Iraq and the protests are still in full force. Many, including Shiite clerics, chanted death to the Wilayat al-Faqih and demanded Shirazi's release, saying Baghdad is responsible for Iran's arrest of the Iraqi-born cleric. Protesters also gathered outside the Iranian embassy in Baghdad in support of Shirazi. Protesters in Karbala want the Iraqi government to bar Iranian pilgrims from visiting the Shiite holy shrines until the Tehran authorities release Ayatollah Hussein al-Shirazi.